Hey everybody. So we're going to come back and revisit Last Goodbye. And what I want to do is give you a few more details for the middle section of this song. Now, Jonathan emailed me and said, hey, you're doing all these videos and I'm learning a lot, but you keep kind of skipping over the bridges of some of these songs. So he wanted to know more specifically how to play the instrumental section of Last Goodbye. Now, the reason I didn't say much about it before is because I never really sat down and took the time to figure out what was really happening. This is the album version of the song. So the album Grace, the song Last Goodbye. So a few notes. Remember, this is an alternate tuning. It's not a standard tuning, and if you need to remember what the tuning is, go back and look at the first video for Last Goodbye, and that'll tell you how to do that. Another note is my high E string, the first string on my guitar, broke a little earlier, and I haven't replaced it yet. So don't get confused if you look at me fretting, a certain note or a certain chord and think, oh, he's playing the first string. Actually, no, this is the second string here. It's not the first because I'm missing the first one right now. Now, this whole instrumental section, in my opinion, is based on, Jeff was kind of a follower of this Pakistani singer and musician. He was a Sufi musician named Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, and they were able to work together on a couple of different projects, but it was someone that really influenced Jeff, and he one time said in an interview that he used to listen to Nusrat every day. He referred to him as his Elvis, and so he was really good at mimicking Nusrat and singing the songs that Nusrat sang with his voice, and also mimicking him on the guitar. And in my opinion, the instrumental part of this song is kind of based on that. There's a lot of trills, a lot of different runs that are kind of similar to what Nusrat would be doing vocally. So that's what I think is going on here. If you'll remember, that main chord from Last Goodbye is kind of an A7 shape, if we were in standard tuning, which we're not. And it's that thing, at the 12th and 11th fret. And then we move it all around to different frets. It's a good movable chord that works well in this song. Well, that we're going to employ that again, and home base for us is going to be here at the 7th fret. We're going to keep returning to this spot. Now, this is following the section of the song where he goes, I'll only make you cry, this is our last goodbye. And there's two measures of this 12th and 11th fret thing. And over the top of that, there's a string section where the violins are playing a nice part. And I'll come back around and show you how you can mimic that or emulate that here in a minute. But let me move on to the following part. There's a whole pattern here, and I'm going to break it into 4 sections to help us get our minds around it a little bit better. Let me play it for you so you hear what it sounds like as it goes on. Part of the song, and I showed you that in an earlier video. Now, how do we pull that off? I told you come down to here to the home base where you're kind of waiting for the right moment, hanging out at 7th fret. When you're ready for the phrase to start, you come down here to the 4th fret. This is our starting point. Now, here's the first block. Here's the first section of the phrase. Basically what you're looking for is 4th fret to 7th fret, and then you do this trill. It's like 6 to 7 to 6 to 2. Okay, like that. That's what you're looking for. That's the first phrase. Okay? The second phrase, you return to the 4th fret. This time you're going to go to the 6th, You're going to slide that up to the 11th, right? 4, 6, 11, and then you'll do another trill. It's 11 to 12 to 11, sliding down to the 6. Okay? 4, 6, 11, 11, 12, 11, 6. It sounds like this. One more time. There we go, that sounded good. That's phrase 2. Let's go back and do 1 again. We're waiting at home base for the right moment. When we're ready for the progression to start, we move down to the 4. Yep, right? So then here's phrase 2. Okay, now we're ready for phrase 3. Phrase 3 does this. Okay, that's 6 to 7 to 6, 4 to 6. This isn't a trill, this is a little slower. As we block this out into the different parts, we're losing our context, and so let me go back and play all 3 phrases for you now, and then we'll move on to the 4th bit of the phrase. This is phrase 1. Phrase 2. Phrase 3. Okay. Then phrase 4, which completes the whole section, is you again a second time you slide from 4 to 6, go down to 2, slide from 2 to 4, and then you go 1 to 2. Okay, 4 to 6, 2, 2 to 4, 1 to 2. And to complete the whole thing, we slide all the way up to the 14th fret. And I'm going to make a bigger chord here. I've got my ring finger on the 14th fret of the 3rd string. I've got my middle finger on the 14th fret of the 5th string. I reach down to the 12th fret of the 4th with my index finger. And then I add my pinky at the top here. This is the 2nd string. It's the 15th fret. I play that, and I slide it from the 15 down to the 14. So, phrase 1. Phrase 2. Phrase 3. Phrase 4. Okay, here's the whole thing played at half speed. That's basically that. My fingers hurt. Let me do it at regular speed. Again, we're coming out of here's our beginning. There we have it. Now, this video is going long, but let me show you what you can do to emulate the string part that I told you about. And that would fall over this 12 and 11 part. Those two measures. Here's what the strings do. They go one more time. Now what I'm doing is 4th string, 12th fret, and 2nd string, 15th fret. That makes an octave on this particular tuning. And so if you watch where my index finger is, I play the 12th, then the 11th, then the 14th, then I walk it down 12, 11, 9, 7, 5. Now here's the problem with it, is that to play it at regular speed, it's really difficult to get all those in cleanly. That was a little bit closer. It's tricky to do. I'm not good at it. So what I would recommend is you have one person, maybe get 3 guitar players. One person's playing this. Over and over. Another person takes the top section of that and they go the third person takes the bottom set of notes. Now, one thing you could do to make this a little bit easier is instead of playing it in this octave, which is where the strings are playing in the recording, you could move it down an octave, and then you get down to here. It's an easier chord shape. That's a little bit more doable by yourself, but again, it would be easier to divide it up. And so then you could have, for the top set of notes, and then the bottom set of notes. So you've got one person playing the top, one person playing the bottom, and one person playing the chord. And you kind of have that string section. So when you're coming out of, I'll only make you cry, this is our last goodbye. Then you come to your resting place. Then you start your pattern. And that's the entire bit. So, I hope I didn't move too fast, that you're able to grasp all that. This video is way long, and so let's shut it down. If you have any other questions, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful. I'll see you on the next one.